sexy looking. If you enjoy this, if you would hit the like button, that would be class, and what would be even more class would be if you would hit the subscribe button so you can stay up to date with any other videos I make in future. That would be, just hit the red button please. I would like to talk on today's video about time. Now, not time in the nerdy sense of E equals MC squared and all that jazz. No, I want to talk about time and more specifically my mismanagement and misuse of time. I'm a 28-year-old man. I have no children. I have no mortgage. I have none of the kind of really big commitments that come with being an adult. Yet. So it makes absolutely no sense that at the end of every single day, I feel like I don't have enough time. 24 hours in a day, it should be plenty of time, but it's not. You see, since I've started making these YouTube videos, I've been finding my time is at a bit of a premium, and it's given me 3 options. Option 1, I give them up. I don't want to do that. So option 1, no. I've got option 2, which is I give something else up. That's kind of where I'm at right now. Generally, when you don't have enough time in the day, the first thing to go is the thing that's the most movable. Right now, that for me is exercise. Now, exercise for me, it is essential, but it's movable. So what happens is that when I don't have enough time in my day, it's the first thing to get bumped down the queue of things to do, and by the end of the day, there's no time to do it. So in terms of my health, option 2 is not a good thing because I need to get back exercising. Option 3 is very simple. I find more time somewhere. Finding more time sounds so simple. In order to find time elsewhere, I need to examine my use of time right now. Now, this is something I genuinely recommend everyone does because it's actually very, very, very eye-opening. I mean, you could go really deep into examining your use of time, but I've just looked at a very general day, and already I can see so many parts of the day where I'm like wasting time there, wasting time there, wasting time there, wasting time there. This is a really worthwhile exercise if you feel like you don't have enough hours in the day. So typically I wake up at about 8 o'clock in the morning. I need to get showered, I need to make breakfast. Generally that means that I don't have time to make lunch, which means I end up buying that. So then I'm in the car for 8:30, and as soon as I get into the car, bang, I'm in rush hour traffic. For a journey that should take me typically 15 to 20 minutes in no traffic, it can take me anything from 45 minutes to an hour and a half. That's a lot of dead time. Similarly, when I'm leaving work right again at the height of rush hour, and can spend anything from an hour to an hour and a half getting home. All dead time. So I don't think I actually even need to explain it, just purely by me verbalizing how my day goes. I think it's very clear that I make a very, very inefficient use of my time. So, it's given me a bit of an idea. So, my great idea is, I'm whispering because everyone's still asleep upstairs. My great idea is that I'm going to start getting up way earlier, 3 hours earlier than I normally do. I'm going to start getting up at 5 in the morning. It's now 5:30. If I can have breakfast and have everything ready and be out the door by about 6. 1, I'm going to beat all the traffic and it'll give me time to do stuff like this. This is a place called Sandymount. So I think a jog along here in Sandymount, I think this is just what the doctor ordered. Do you know what? Because it's so beautiful out, and because I've so much time on my hands, before I go for a jog, well, It would be a shame not to have a short flight. Honestly, the greatest piece of technology ever invented, ever, of all time. Also, this is something for a completely different day, but I have it in my head that I would love to fly the drone through the two chimneys, so that's happening someday, 100%. Okay, I've pissed about for long enough. It's time now to get the run in. It's 7:15 now, actually, so I can get the run in, go into work, get showered, and get the day started. It's now 8 o'clock, which is normally the time I would be getting up. And already, I've gotten up, made breakfast, got my lunch together, driven in, past work, out here to the beach, flown the drone. I've been running for about 40 minutes now. I'm absolutely fucked, by the way. Don't get me wrong, I'm only doing this as a proof of concept. But already I'm seeing how, by getting up early you can actually get a lot more in your day, because by missing all that traffic, it is just unbelievable how much time you buy yourself. Another thing that I'm learning from this getting up early thing is that it's also lovely not having to rush anywhere. Like normally when I get up at 8 in the morning, you're running around the place trying to get everything ready as quick as you can, and you're running out the door and you're sitting in traffic and you arrive to work stressed. Whereas with this, it's like you get up and it's like you can take your time to make your breakfast, you can take your time to get your lunch sorted. I think it's a more efficient use of time, but it's also a nicer use of time. That's my first impressions of it anyway. That was a superbly productive morning. The main kind of thing about getting up early in the morning, obviously for me, is to make better use of my time, and also to give myself more time to do things like exercise. So by getting up early, it allows me to do things like this and skip the traffic. I think I'm going to do a much more in-depth video about this whole getting up early thing. Hopefully there'll be a few people watching this who might be interested in trying it out. So I think this was just a proof of concept to see, like, okay, if I get up early, how much more can I make of my day? It's one thing doing it for one day, actually putting it in action and kind of making that change in my life. On the face of it, I think if I was to make that change in my life, I think it would be a very positive change. So I'm gonna go and get showered. If you enjoyed this, if you would hit subscribe, that'd be excellent. If you'd also hit the like button, that'd be excellent. If you're someone who gets up early in the morning, if you're a regular getter up or earlier person, if you would say hello in the comments below, and if you have any tips for me, that would be class as well. Thanks a million for taking the time to watch, and I'll see you soon.